On this. I want to ask a question. How many people here don't understand Hindi at all? Not at all, because I'm going to play some Hindi movie clippings. So you cannot understand Hindi at all. Okay. But if I translate it into English, is that okay? So after showing it to you, I'll translate it. Anyone else? Yes. Okay. 3 people. Anyone here? Okay. Okay, so the rest can manage simple Hindi. Okay, good. Shama, you want to add your comments?
People say leaders, you have certain characteristics to be born with if you want to be a leader, right? Very often it is said that a leader is born right from the start. I propose that everyone is a leader. We all have it inside us. Now, when we start out, first of all, just if we look at the sheer way in which we get born, 1 million sperm seek to fertilize 1 egg, and the 1 egg that becomes us, the 1 sperm that manages to fertilize that 1 egg is one of us, right? So obviously, right at leadership, we are born right at birth, we are born leaders. What happens to people over a period of time is that they stop seeing themselves as leaders and then start disconnecting themselves with this pursuit of leadership. And to rekindle that, what we require to do is, first of all, be self-led. If we cannot lead ourselves, how do we intend to lead others? So when we are looking at leading ourselves, we need to see whether we are able to craft for ourselves a vision of our life which goes beyond but includes ourselves in it. So let's say if we look at the world and if we say that I want to be recognized for what I'm doing, we stop at ourselves. But if we say, okay, I want my great-grandchild to live in a world, then we are looking beyond ourselves. So leadership is about extending, first beginning with yourself, but to extend beyond yourself. People who are able to do that are able to take others on the journey with them and are liked and will be followed. So leadership is also not about generating a whole bunch of followers. Leadership is about generating a whole bunch of leaders. Right? So these are 2 thoughts I just want to leave you with, and then we'll go into the program and then we'll talk a little more about ideas of leadership.
Formed some teams, and I think I will take it that the table at which you are seated is your team, and I'm going to ask you to take 2 minutes and give your team a name. Or Internet Explorer. So you have begun your account with 250 points. Achievers. And you also have 250 points. Pinnacle. Nice. You notice the progression in the names. These guys are still looking around. These guys have started achieving. And these guys have reached the top. Yes, I know. I'm waiting for your name. Unnati. Okay, progress. Wonderful. So 250 points to both Pinnacle and Unnati. Yes, but these guys have reached. So we better watch out for them. Okay, continuing. Now the teams will play some games, and those that have attended these programs in the past know these games have not changed. The first game is punctuality, so when we break for tea, coffee, lunch, whatever, we'll announce a return time. So if you're on time, you will get 15 points, and if you're late, you will get minus 30 for every person that is late. Then side training, which is while the main training is happening, if two people in one of the teams decide to train each other, then that will carry minus 25. Getting distracted will carry minus 25. And for least participation, which means the two of you better watch out, it will be minus 100. So in this program, you are expected to speak. Maybe that secret should not have been revealed. But anyway, this is partly to add some fun and excitement to the program and partly to maintain some discipline. Okay. Who would be the scorer? Anybody? Okay, sir. So you'll have to walk here and walk back, okay, and maintain the score. The correct man. Yes, the natural scorer. Wonderful. And in this program, all of us have to take cognizance of modern technology, and mobile phones are so important to all of us today. There are things happening at our centers, and there are things happening at our place of work, and things happening with our families, and they need to get in touch with us, and they've got used to being able to be in touch with us anytime. So please do use your mobile phone if you need to send an SMS or receive it or whatever. This class is different in that respect. I know in NTTF in our classes we don't allow the use of mobile phones, but at the academy we do. There is a small usage fee for the phone. So it is 500 rupees per instance. It's a small amount today. It won't even buy you 5 kilos of tomatoes or 2 kilos of dal. And so for making or receiving calls, or for the phone ringing or vibrating, or sending, receiving SMS, WhatsApp, whatever, Facebook, even if your phone is visible, we will take it as your desire to contribute. Yes, coming to that, because we are all teachers and we are used to education, concessions. So here is the education concession. 50% teacher concession is there. All of us are teachers here. So we will, it's only 250 rupees for this one day. Okay. And it's cash only and immediate. And we heard, Switzerland and other countries being mentioned here. So we accept convertible currencies, dollars, Swiss francs, euros also we'll accept, pounds, with some difficulty we'll accept. And it will all be donated to the Employee Welfare Fund. And but it's free during the breaks. So tea, coffee, lunch break, you can use the phone freely, no problem. Who would be the cashier? Huh? No, I need a tough looking guy. He looks very mild to me. Okay. So the gentleman beside him is the cashier. Is he honest? Huh? With his cash, he is honest. Okay. All right. We trust you. You look trustworthy. Okay. So that much is out of the way. Now, this is the content of what we are going to study. The concept that we are going to talk about today is situational leadership. And the situational leader has 3 secrets. This is very simple. Okay. The problem is in its application. It's very simple to understand. You don't have to stretch your imagination at all. And half a dozen slides and the theory is over. Then we get into the practice of it. Okay. So, the first secret of a situational leader is flexibility. The ability to use different styles in different situations. And all of us know that, with some students who are very sincere and very hardworking and who are intelligent, we don't have to pay a lot of attention. But those of our students that are a little slow, we have to coach. So we do use different leadership styles, right? If I know that one of my students will not do his homework unless I ask him, I will ask him every day, have you done your homework? Show me. Now another student, even if he says yes, I will not see his homework because I know that he's done it. Different leadership styles. So, leadership style flexibility. The second is diagnosis. So, with whom do I use which leadership style, right? And lastly, contracting for leadership style. So, are you an informal teacher? Are you a formal teacher? Who are you? What do you expect? Do you expect punctuality? Do you expect people to do their assignments on time? Or are you a little flexible in terms of, if I say tomorrow, day after tomorrow is okay. Don't stress yourself out. So like we had this, there is a place near my home called Yog Niketan. And there are these different yoga teachers there. And some of them are very strict. If you are late, don't come in. You missed your yoga session for that day. Now, there's another teacher who teaches all these heart patients. People who have blood pressure, people who have a heart issue. And he always says, if you are getting 5 minutes late, I will admit you. But don't have a heart attack trying to come here on time. Okay? So, depending on the kind of students that you have and which you diagnose, you use a different leadership style. And we'll get a little more scientific about it. And then contracting for leadership style is agreeing on a leadership style with your follower. Because this is not something that you are doing to them, this is something you are doing with them. Okay. So, this is going to be the content of the program today. And then we'll talk about a lot of things on the way. Any questions or thoughts? Or anything specific that you would like to learn today in this framework? Anyone?
Situation is also based on opportunity. Situational leadership is also based on opportunity.
Yes. So it could be an opportunity as well. And it's not always that you're trying to fix a problem, but sometimes you are setting a goal to take advantage of an opportunity. For example, the government's focus on skill development is a great opportunity for us. And therefore we should work on that. But the economy going down can be a problem for us, right? So we need to keep that in mind as we apply this, right? Okay, moving on. Are we ready for a cup of tea or coffee? It's 11:30, yeah. So let's come to that after we have a short break of about 20 minutes and we meet here.
Before we go on the
Action.
Action. What's an action?
You got caught in the question.
I can't do both.
Exactly. Leadership also involves a lot of talking. And of course, it involves action. And so we need to be good at both. Okay. I worry for my quiet friends, because you may be doing great work, but unless you are keeping people informed of the great work that you are doing, how will they ever know? So, I think being able to communicate very well is essential. And this is not good, but sometimes somebody who communicates very well but does not have much content tends to impress more than somebody who has great content and does not have good presentation. It should not be like this, but still that's the way, that's the way people judge. Therefore, communication is not a difficult skill. We have taught so many people how to communicate well, and it's just a matter of coming out of the shell and speaking more and building that skill. Most of us are teachers, and therefore we do speak, but still.
Can we have those 3 words on leadership from each person? Yeah? Yes? Initiative. Yeah.
Become leaders.
Guiding force.
Inspire others to become leaders.
Inspiring force.
Others to become leaders.
Others.
To become leaders.
Yeah.
Ownership.
Ownership.
Visionary.
Visionary.
Visionary and missionary.
Doing right things. And what do you mean by that? Doing right things. What do you mean by doing right things? Yeah. Making them to do the right things.
Leader should be proactive.
Proactive.
Accepting the risk.
Empathy, ma'am.
Accepting risk. You said one more thing.
Empathy.
Assertive.
Accept failure.
Empathetic.
Accept failure.
Delegate.
Accept failures.
Delegate.
Delegate. Who said that? Delegate.
Support during crisis.
Supportive. Decision making.
Lead by example. Lead by example.
Lead by example.
Hard work.
Hard work. Crisis manager.
Stand for what is right.
Take a stand.
Courage.
So courage and conviction.
Positive minded.
Positive.
Positive minded.
Positive.
Action oriented.
Make other leaders.
Action oriented. Okay. Achiever.
One who makes it happen.
The one who makes it happen. Who said that?
Visible the color.
Okay. I'll
Part.
Leader should be visible.
happen. Okay. Participative.
Charismatic.
You should also mentor people. Mentorship.
Attic. Mentorship. Okay. Collaborative. Okay.
Willing to listen.
Hold on. Open-mindedness.
He should be a good follower.
Good follower.
Visionary. Visionary.
Okay, we have that. Commanding. Commanding. Okay.
Demanding.
Strong SOP.
SOP means sense of purpose, not standard.
Strong purpose.
Sense of purpose.
So purposeful, right? Purposeful.
He has a target. Again,
Target oriented.
focus.
Focused. Can all this be? Yes.
Willing to look at the new perspective from an outsider perspective, not just
Open-minded is the same thing, right? Open to perspectives. Initiative.
strategist.
Strategist. Okay. So there are like, we've come up with at least 20, 30 characteristics, right? Can we find all this in one person? Is it possible?
You know, when, according to Indian tradition, when a man and a woman get married and, you know, both sides are evaluating the prospective bride or bridegroom, they look for 32 characteristics.
So here's what it is, right? So what we are saying is we are asking for the impossible, but do we have leaders? Are there leaders? Right, right? Exactly. So leadership is all of this, but all of this may not come in one package.